Douglas High School graduation ceremony. Tonight is an exciting occasion for all of our graduating students. At this time, would you please stand for the 2019 graduating class?
Please remain standing. Austin Abercrombie will now lead us in prayer.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for allowing us to have this great day and this weather, for the event that's happening today. I pray that you might help each and every graduate as we go throughout life, that we might stay focused on our main goals in life and try and make something of ourselves. I pray that you might just help us as we go through the battles and the struggles that we will eventually have to face, no matter how big or how small it might be. I pray that you might just touch each and every one of us that are here. Give us the strength and the courage to make it through life as it comes to us, and that we might just live in the moment and enjoy every bit of it. Amen.
Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance to be led by Jessalyn Pettit.
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may now be seated. I now present the Douglas High School Choir as they sing My Wish.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this time to recognize our very special guests, board members, central office staff, and other principals. But before I do, Dr. Wigley, Dr. Superintendent Cindy Wigley, has asked us to announce that she is unable to join us due to being sick with pneumonia, and also ask that we communicate how proud she is of our graduates and wishes them the best of luck in their future endeavors. Tonight, we have with us board member Mr. Tony Simmons, central office staff present Dr. Philip Cleveland, Dr. Stephanie Wisner, Dr. Annie Spike. Thank you all for coming. Next, I would like to recognize the principals from our other schools here with us tonight. Mr. Scott Bonds from Sloman Primary, Mrs. Vicki Scott from Douglas Elementary, Mrs. Sarah Mitchell from Douglas Middle School. I would also like to thank Mrs. Jane Grimes, our Douglas High School Assistant Principal, and Ms. Molly Lauderdale, our counselor, for helping us tonight. Each year, we recognize the 50-year graduates of Douglas High School. Tonight, we give our attention to the class of 1969. At this time, I will announce the individuals from the class of 1969 that have joined us. If you would, please hold your applause until all of the graduates have been introduced. Please stand as your name is called. Pause after each name, and then everyone will stand. Billy Ashworth. Gerald Berry. Boyce Bohannon. Jerry Buckhannon. Donald Burgess. Janice Hawkins Burgess. Cleta Shamlin. Judy Watkins Cornelius. Randy Cornelius. Barry Dodd. Jimmy Freeman. Shelley Jackson Glasgow. Shirley Griffith Gunner.
Galen Hammond, my brother.
Billy Hicks, our father.
Ken Ivey. Nancy Martin. Ted McCreeless. Linda McAllister Newman. Glenn Hankey. Bonnie Coppett Rowan. Johnny Whissinet. Diane Landers Wilson. Linda Sneed Wright. We also have one of their teachers with us tonight, Betty Parker. Thank you. You know they said we welcome you. We're so thankful to have you with us tonight.
Kayla Walker will now present the Class of 2019 Commencement Address.
Good evening and welcome to the graduation ceremony for the Douglas High School class of 2019. There are a few people that need to be recognized tonight before I begin. First and foremost, the faculty, staff, and administration at Douglas High School. Without your hard work and dedication to your students, we could not stand here tonight ready to face the next chapter of our lives. I would also like to thank all the parents and grandparents, specifically mine, who have supported me every chance they could. Whether it was sports or the 5-hour-long awards night program, they have done it all to help us get to this day. As I sit here pondering which direction to go with this speech, I can't help but think of all the memories our class has had through the years. I know I'm supposed to say something encouraging that will inspire you to dream big or chase those dreams, but in our class, I see many who are already doing that. We have future doctors, engineers, lawyers, pharmacists, and even an athlete or two. But besides all of that, I realize that some of us will sit here nervous at the thought of what comes next. Some will sit here with their whole life planned out. Now, whether or not it goes that way is a different story. But I cannot collectively sum this day up for everyone. Douglas High School exemplifies people from a variety of backgrounds, and we have all had our different paths during our time here. But one thing brings us all together: the strong values and sense of community that is instilled in our small town high school. Yes, during our time in Douglas, we did learn some textbook stuff for all of you parents, but the most important things that I take away from this school are not the AP Calculus curriculum. I'm sorry, Miss Hemburn, you gave it a good try. Or how to analyze a novel of literary merit best. We still love you, Miss Martin. But it's the love and extra time that you put into making us great. So if I have to offer my advice to you, my advice would be to fulfill your calling. We all have a purpose for being here. Not everyone in life is called to do the big, great things, but we are all here for a purpose. Vincent van Gogh said, "Great things are done by a series of small things brought together." I strongly believe that my class can make an impact, so fulfill your calling. Your calling may be to smile as you pass people in the hall because you never know who needs that smile. Your calling may be to stand for what is truthful and right because someone may not have been taught how to stand up for anything. Your calling may be to leave something you love to support your loved ones because you are still making a difference, and this time it may be the ones you least expect. Your calling may be to do the big, great things. Fulfill your calling, but still remember how you got there. If everyone fulfilled their calling, no matter how small it may be, great things can and will happen. So as you leave this chapter and begin the next, keep in mind the legacy that you will leave. Be the one that took the time to help others. Be the one that always went the extra mile, or just simply the one that fulfilled their calling. I thank you all for your attendance tonight as we celebrate this special occasion. And to the class of 2019, congratulations. I have enjoyed our years of memories, and I wish you the best that life has to offer. You can do great things in this world, and I pray that you will. Thank you all, and God bless.
The history of the class of 2019 will now be presented by Beth Turner.
Salutations. That's the smart way to say hello. On this day, we are drawing to the end of an era. Who would have ever dreamed that when we started school in August of 2006, that we would be standing on this threshold of adulthood today? Many of us entered the doors of Slum and Primary as strangers in a strange place, like aliens from another planet. And today we are gathered here together as friends. Throughout the years, we have really gotten to know each other, some better than others. But we are a family, this class of 2019. I am proud to stand before you on our graduation day as our class historian to recant some of our great and not so great accomplishments and experiences of our 13-year Eagle journey. Kindergarten, or kindergarten, as most of us pronounced it. It has now become a blur. Those were the easy days of coloring sheets, ABCs, learning our addresses and phone numbers, and my personal favorite, nap time. We were 5-year-olds walking around without a clue. Our parents took us as tiny seeds to this kindergarten to plant us in the fields of education. I remember how so many of us were so excited to ride the school bus to the pumpkin patch to pick out gigantic pumpkins, and the botanical gardens where we had a class photo made in a big Adirondack chair. By the end of the year, we were just a big box of crayons ready to move forward and color our future right down the hall. First grade brought new challenges, like no more nap time, and lots of new ways to count numbers. A lot of us girls thought that we were really grown up because we were mini-me and pee-wee cheerleaders. The boys were all so proud to wear their jerseys on Fridays, just like their varsity counterparts. Second grade was much like first grade, except now we're the big dogs of the playground. We would all run for the big tire where us girls would hang out and talk about the boys until the boys would run us out. I remember that Jason Richards would take off running and dive headfirst into the middle of that tire, and all the boys would join in. Those were the days that the girls chased the boys and the boys chased the girls. Some of those chases led to the top of the monkey bars, where classmates like Jack Sims and Brooklyn Davis landed at the bottom with broken limbs. Oh, those were the wild and carefree days on the monkey bars. We were still just those little seeds, just about to sprout, longing for the sunshine of the elementary school. Third grade brought huge changes as we learned to change classes as groups. The struggle started early on as we were forced into Dibbles testing. You know, when they made us read as fast as we could, even though we couldn't say most of the words. Thanks, Miss Gillen. Then they politely eased us into multiplication, where we had to memorize the multiplication tables as fast as we could, so that we could take the 1-minute multiplication test each week. Man, oh man, was third grade stressful. Third grade was also the first time we had organized dances where the boys were too scared to dance with the girls. Fourth grade was quite the experience. We learned lots of new things about science and history. We also got to go to the computer lab and play Ticket to Read. Then People's Bank set up learning earning bucks, or e-bucks, for us so that the teachers could award us for doing something good. We got to save these bucks and redeem them for prizes. Let us not forget those days of special snack where we went outside and got to play and enjoy our slushies. Miss Wester read to us The BFG by Ronald Dow, and when we watched the movie, everyone in the class was whiz-popping. I remember coming home every day, and anytime someone would pass us, I would holler at them to quit their whiz-popping. Fifth grade was the transition year, getting us ready for middle school. We had 5 different classes, and no one went to the same class anymore. That year, everyone got boyfriends and girlfriends, and the boys were no longer scared to dance with the girls at the dances. We were once again the big dogs of the playground. Some of those big dogs were peer helpers like Jesselyn Pettit and Bailey Sims. But something none of us will ever forget is how Miss Green thought that she was Miss Frizzle. No longer seedlings, but now sturdy sprouts with our roots growing deep in our learning. We are stretching for bigger things to come as we turn towards the sun of the middle school. Sixth grade, the time we met our favorite teacher, who did not even go by her real name, Miss Walker. Instead, she was just plain B-Walk. If you didn't go to Miss B-Walk, you went to band, and this is where we started to divide. Sixth grade was full of chaos because we were yet again at the bottom of the food chain. We're little kids in a big world full of evil giants. Mixed PE classes where 8th graders like to hit 6th graders, myself, in the head with volleyballs. Meanwhile, Miss Shedd, or Coker, had beanbag chairs that we'd all argue over who got to sit in them during independent reading time. 7th grade, everyone became famous. Famous football players, cheerleaders, track members, basketball players, and finally band and choir members. Coach Lowry always talked smack, saying Mr. Hollingsworth would eat all the Twinkies, only to find out later Mr. Hollingsworth didn't even like Twinkies. The first devastation came to our class in the form of an asthma attack. We lost our first classmate, Jeremy Jordan, who will forever be part of the class of 2019. 8th grade, where all the boys hit their growth spurt, except Jared Till. Now we're the giants of the middle school. We thought we were giants who could rule the school, then we met Coach Gill. You see, Coach Gill believed in learning by osmosis. He assumed we students would learn better if the information was quickly thrown at us instead of set before us. The best part of middle school was always field day. The worst part was earning all those AR points to get to field day. 8th grade field day was one for the books. Brian Tello and a few others were caught playing spin the bottle out behind the trees and got into big trouble. We started our journey at Douglas Middle School as sturdy sprouts, turning towards the sun. And now we're tall, except for Jared, stalks with good heads on our shoulders, inching to bloom in the halls of Douglas High School. Freshman year, our first homecoming week, first time participating in Harvest Festival reps, first Eagle Week, first opportunity to take online classes. Freshman year held a lot of firsts. This was the year we built our time capsules that we were desperately waiting to revisit. Clarissa Marino got called Charlie Puth because she's missing part of her eyebrow. Needless to say, freshman year was different. Sophomore year was filled with memorable moments. Some were extremely fun and others not so much. This was the year Eagle Week skits were based on decades, and our class rocked the hits of the 2000s, where Alyssa Williams danced to the song Cyclone. Brandon Williams broke his leg the first play of the first Jamboree game, and on December 1st, tragedy struck our class once again, when we were all called to the lunchroom to be told two amazing classmates of ours was in a life-threatening car wreck. Jaden Naylor and Brady Goebel were in a horrific accident where Jaden was paralyzed and Brady became our shining diamond in the sky. Junior year, we finally came together as a class. Jared finally got taller, and we had 3 foreign exchange students, Dario, Fenya, and Jenny. Basketball did well, as usual, and Brandon Williams was at it again, breaking that wrist not once, but twice. #football. Junior year was also the year of fear. The fear that we were all going to fail English because Miss Thurman's essays were just too hard. But the pressure of taking the ACT shared the lot as we dominated the senior class of 2018 for Eagle Week. Our Mulan skit was lit, especially with Trevor playing Mushu and doing that tongue thing, you know? Senior year, where do I start? From day one, we have been infected with senioritis, including Miss Martin. The football team won a game this year, and Brandon Williams yet again broke a bone, this time his back, #football. Allie Tarvin was crowned homecoming queen. We lost homecoming to the juniors, but pulled it together and dominated Eagle Week. Then came prom, and Aaron Adams and Jared Till got crowned prom queen and king. Senior circles have been hard, and every time we hear the alma mater play, we know we're coming one step closer to this day. We started this journey in August 2006 as little seeds in a big kindergarten, and we have grown from seedlings to sprouts to big tall stalks with heads on our shoulders, and now we are blooming. We are blooming to chase the sun, even on rainy days. We have become a field of wild, tall sunflowers. This is for my class of 2019, from the poem Advice from a Sunflower. Be bright, sunny, and positive. Spread seeds of happiness, rise, shine, and hold your heads high.
At this time, Leah Claiborne will lead us in the alma mater, and Taryn Cleaver will be conducting the band. Would everyone please stand? Oh, wait, I'm sorry, I'm ahead of myself. Have a seat. I'm sorry. At this time, we will be presenting the diplomas to the class of 2019. Assisting me tonight will be Mrs. Jane Grimes, our assistant principal, Mr. Keith Scott, our senior sponsor, Mrs. Shay Murray, and Mrs. Valley Martin. Congratulating our seniors as they receive their diplomas will be our principals, Mr. Scott Bonds, Mrs. Vicki Scott, Mrs. Sarah Mitchell.
If the first two rows would please rise. Austin Abercrombie. Aaron Adams. Shaddai Aguilar. Eduardo Augustine Franco. Trevor Alexander. David Allen. Robert Anaya. Joshua Areza. Jacqueline Batista Espino. Donald Badillion. Christian Berry. Landon Berry. Bailey Birchfield. Sean Blackwood. Autumn Bonds. Michelle Borjas. Jordan. Elizabeth Cantilano. Jordan Cantilano. Sean Chaffin. Peyton Cheek. Austin Childers. Leah Claiborne. With the first two rows, please be seated. With the next two rows, please rise. Harley Collins. Lillian Collins. Cody Compton. Elijah Cobbett. Jedediah Cobbett. Jacqueline Cordova. Kendra Cornelius. Annabella Coy.
Tara Crumbly.
Emmanuel Cruz James. Brock Doggett. Brooklyn Davis. Jacob DeMedicis. Daniela Diaz. Caitlin Douglas. Chase Epps. Gaspar Escobar. Luke Estes. Victoria Evans. Summer Ford. Rigoberto Francisco Lorenzo. Sheila Frios Villalobos. Preston Garner. Hadley Garrett. You may be seated. Would the next two rows please rise? Carlos Gaspar Felipe. Jovan Gonzalez. Trey Green. Daisy Guzman. Wendy Jo Harper. Dakota Hawkins. Lucas Henderson. Austin Hernandez Martinez. John Hernandez Martinez. Sitlali Hernandez Medina. Jonathan Higgins. Hunter Huey. Echo Humphreys. Alexis Jackson. Nikki Johnson. Serenity Johnson. Joseph Johnston. Ludivina Juarez Ramirez. Lily Ann King. Sarah Klein. Taryn Cleaver. Hunter Lambert. Jonah Lancaster. You may be seated. With the next two rows, please rise. Seth Landrum. Luis Lopez Perez. Jennifer Martinez. Pablo Martinez. Alex Martinez Mancera. Remedis Mateo. Sienna May. Tyler Mitchell. Clarissa Marino. Valerie Marino Sanchez. Brooke Morris. Jeremiah Nicholas Bautista. Jose Ocampo. Brenda Osageda. Cindy Ortiz Leon. Brian Perez. Jesselyn Pettit. Carlos Placencia. Darian Powell. Storm Pritchard. Zoila Quintino. Christina Ramirez. Joe Ramirez Robles. You may be seated. Would the rest of you please rise? Erica Reyes. Kelly Rodriguez. Richard Rucker. Ezekiel Sanchez. Brendan Schasberger. Bailey Sims. Jack Sims. Troy Six. Carly Smith. Luis Soto. Levi Spears. Isaac Spinks. Aislinn Spray. Hunter Strange. Logan Sullins. Jonathan Sutton. Allie Tarvin. Jared Teal. Brian Tello. Nathan Thompson. Alexander Tomas 1. Jesus Torres. Brian Trejo. Elizabeth Turner. Kayla Walker. Derek Horton. Ryan Wiggins. Alyssa Williams. Brandon Williams. Brent Winkles. Pedro Zacharias Aguilar. You may be seated.
Okay, I'm going to give this a redo. At this time, Leah Claiborne will lead us in the alma mater, and Taryn Cleaver will be conducting the band. Everyone, please stand. Aaron Adams, class president, please come forward to address your fellow classmates. I now pronounce you graduates of Douglas High School. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me and congratulate the graduating class of 2019.